So if you look at our panel makeup, we've got some very young people who are starting things up, and we've got some, I won't say old hands, but they've been steadily steering their ships in the right direction. Experience, expertise, all those things. Yeah. So we hope that by bringing the two together, we will be able to chart new courses, and we'll try and understand if there is such a thing as a generation gap. There is.
We do know that with science, and what we do know best is what is circled within our own sphere. However, if we were to look at the external environments per se, I think one of the things is, yes, I would imagine or believe that the regulators are trailing behind what the science is moving ahead with.
Because when the financial industry grows, it'll create more areas for the legal industry as well. It'll create more opportunities for funding into medical, and I mean medical itself is really very well supported as a whole also. So the headwind that I feel in our industry is that we need to have the regulator working quite closely with the leaders to drive some initiative forward in a very quick way.
So in banking, the world always swings from one direction to the other. So in the US, they put up legislation whenever there's a financial crash, then there's no financial crash, the financial system stabilizes. Everyone says, let's take away the regulation, it's slowing us down. We need to grow faster, the economy is so hot now. So they take away the regulation, and then there's a financial crash. So, surprise, surprise, everybody sits down and says, oh, why did we take away the regulation? Let's put in the regulation. So another 5 years passed, 10 years passed, then all the bankers said, we have learned from our past mistakes. We promise you, we will not be greedy. So when bankers say that to you, it's like lawyers saying to you, I can be honest.
The startups on one hand, they have the agility, and they have been able to develop software talents who are able to express their business models in different ways that their competitors aren't able to. And the transformers are starting to build startups from within, because they've actually lost the culture of innovation. And to be able to build that, you've got to start a startup from within, and not always to acquire new startups and figuring out how to integrate them back into the college.
So with that, we saw the need for collaboration, the need to know that knowledge is not something that you can control just based on one person. At the end of the day, when you go into new cultures, when you meet new people, what their experiences have been, the things that they know are also useful. But it's about how you integrate all of this. How do you share? How do you make sure that there is some kind of credibility? How do you ensure that you're able to sift through and figure out what is relevant to you, what is not relevant to you? That is how we came to figure out that collaboration is a very important part.
We're trying to limit authority in some ways. If you think about it, the reason why we take that stand is to be able to protect people. We want to be able to protect people from things that can be said or done to them. Now, what we're trying to do at Special Olympics, I think, is ensure that people with intellectual disabilities are not bullied, as Hanako was, and at the same time offer a certain level of protection to them, but not from regulating what they can and can't do, but actually breaking down those barriers. So we come at it from a completely different context. We look at it as being able to empower through the use of today's technology or today's zeitgeist.
On the one hand, we talk about fintech, technology, disruption, enabling people to do more and all that. I always ask the question, and I ask this to several of the Singapore bankers. Your bank announced that you are putting up 80 million to invest in fintech. Good for you. You capture some new businesses. Can you tell me how many people you are going to retrench off your middle office, your back office, and your accounting, financial processing? How many bank branches will you be closing? And to me, as a real estate agent, broker, consultant, the number of branches you close, I calculate number of square feet in retail space that will be given up. A simple normal bank branch in, say, Ang Mo Kio Avenue 5, that branch would be, say, 2,000 square feet, and the 2,000 square feet is worth $20 per square foot. That's $40,000 per month rental gone.
What we try to do is this. We try to find out, for example, what's the average price per share Buffett paid for Coca-Cola, for example. Simple question, but very tough to solve. And we have to deploy lots of machines to go through the entire history of Berkshire Hathaway as a company. And the idea is this. If we are able to establish that Buffett paid $40 per share for Coca-Cola, and we place a limit order of, let's say, $38, and through the volatility up and down every day, ding, we got triggered at 38. Congratulations. Because we know for sure that old man will still keep drinking cherry coke, he will protect the stock price at $40 that he owns, and I'm 38. So psychologically, it has an edge over the fear and greed that we manage as an investor.
And I think just that background was important because I do think that good ideas you have to believe that they tend to start with places or points in time where there's a lot of uncomfort, discomfort. And for us, it really goes back to, as consumers, start with that story, right? I mean, when was the last thing that was really, truly interesting that happened in the telco space in Singapore? That's maybe 15, 18 years, right? And that says something about the space. We're not stagnant. Technology-wise, everything has moved forward. From our personal experiences and what we want from a telco company has moved forward. But why haven't we moved forward?
We are actually moving from this scarcity model, based on limited resources, based on we produce a lot of things, a lot of waste, to a new world whereby what I call a world of abundance, whereby technology can actually multiply the amount of resources and in terms of the things that we have, even the food that we eat. I mean, you look at climate change, one big part is actually from having animals, right? You have to farm and eat. I think the greenhouse gas, 30% comes from there. So if you can, now with technology, even to disrupt that, the kind of life sciences, right? In terms of producing meat in the labs, we may not eat it, but how about the millions of people hungry for food, right? Or even vegetarians now eat meat that is not really from real animals. So we are actually moving. The biggest opportunity actually is to change the world from a scarcity-based model.
So we help with the education system, but more importantly, I think we try to make it easier for them to express themselves with the younger generation, and we were helped a lot by the early bloggers pre-Facebook days, pre-Instagram, Snapchat, and kind of evolved as we went along. So we are always looking for new technology.